Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Sunless Sea, shall we? Alex, good evening, good to see you. Alright, so where are we? Well, this is our second run, and already I feel better than the previous run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, in a game like this, you never feel great. And we feel better, though, because we know more about the game. We're leaning into a different strategy, which is to go for iron and hearts, so we're better at combat. We have a lot of people on the crew, which is pretty nice. We've got, this navigator here, a cook, and a surgeon, as well as this comatose ferret. We have 8 regular member of the crew, and we have 212 echoes. Pretty reasonable. Oh, hilarious. Alex, actually, I think I saw on my Steam page, they were like, hey, this game went on sale, and I was like, I don't remember wishlisting this, but it must have been years ago. All right. Okay, that's what it is. All right, so I'm going to go to the hold, and you see we have basically the upgraded weapon from the original weapon, and we have the upgraded engine. We have 12 fuel and 6 supplies. We have some recent news, and we're doing pretty well. We do have the port report from Wither and Venderbright, and if we look at the map, we kind of just went straight up to Venderbright and Wither, and I want to explore. I'm not really doing a great job so far of really exploring, and that's something that I think needs to happen. So, let's go. Let's launch. We've explored the port. We got the report. And I'm going to look at the map, and I think we'll hit Codex because we don't have the port report there. It's just curl down there. You could see we're at, second gear, whatever you call that. Engines full ahead. And just try to get better at the game. Better at working with my lights. And luckily, since our death, the terror has gone down pretty reasonably, which is nice. And we're just going to kind of squeak into port here. And we're on the Isle of Codex. There's not much we can do here because we need to acquire a doomed monster hunter. We have to have a searing enigma. We're gonna just go ahead and get the port report. There's nothing. You actually can buy stuff here. You can buy fuel and supplies. It's very expensive. But if you were in an emergency situation, I suppose you could do that. There's nothing to really even explore here, but we do get the port report. So now, I'd like to maybe... We're going to set out, and I'm going to turn and go to the north. I don't know if that's at all a good idea, but here we go. We could turn off our light while we're in this little region. And the supplies are kind of going down more than I'd like, but that's okay. Now, I do need to have the light on while I'm mapping, because as far as I understand it, if your light is not on, you are not charting. Alright, there's Puckridge's Lookout. Let me get my bat going. This is a little dangerous area of islands, and the map has stopped scrolling. So I think then it is safe. We're going to back up. I know I probably won't move that fast there, but I don't want to try to turn around. The arrow is far too... The area is just far too narrow for the turn radius of my vessel. Let me back it up this way. And, well, we've been out long enough now. I'm going to go full speed ahead to get some... something awaits us in port, so that's good. And I'm just going to keep throwing out that Z-Bat. Let's go. Okay, Teneb. Some distance to the east. I've clicked it and marked it, and it's here. Let's go get it. Great. I have enough fuel, I believe. I don't know if I have the supplies to safely make it back, but I gotta say that's okay. There it is. Teneb is actually below me. It's, oh, and I think I've seen it before. It's actually just this giant statue. It's not a place that we can land. Frostfound. Here we go. It's to the south. Let me see what you got. Okay. Let's head for that. That's the only thing that we're... battle? No. Oh, I was paused. Okay. It's the only thing that we see nearby, so... We've got it marked. Alright, so this is a big boy, and this thing is way too difficult for us. So we're just going to kind of... we have entered a fog bank, it says. That's unfortunate. Now, I think... Yeah, okay, so this is another thing I'm trying to get better at with this game. But you see how it says Sycamore Arch? I can actually go under this. Like, sometimes it's hard for me to realize... Kristen, thank you for subscribing. Good evening. It's hard for me sometimes to see or recall that this game has depth on the map. So this island with the outer glow indicates that you will crash if you hit that. But the arch that's overhanging here, and it's usually labeled something like arch, so you know, doesn't have that outer glow. So that means you can safely pass underneath it. And we can use this as we map this out, and we're actually heading straight for Frostfound by going this way. We fed the crew. And, oh, there's Bright. Let me see where that is. Okay, so there's another place over here. So let's keep going to Frostfound, although Frostfound might very well just be the name of this region and not a place we can land. This looks almost like we could land here. Yes, there's a port. I'll try it. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody living here, but better than nothing. Karma, good evening. Good to see you. This is Stoddard's Haven, so we can at least get a port report or something. We got 50 fragments for discovering this, and we're going to dock. Towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice, raised and spun like an architect's honey dream. Indeed, Karma, you came right at the beginning. All right, so no spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but a pitiable encampment squats by the dock. And we can engage an officer, the tireless mechanic. Well, we actually don't have a mechanic. So for 20 Echo, we can get this guy, and he boosts veils and fuel efficiency. I mean, I love it. Like, for 20 Echoes, why not get a boost to my fuel? This guy's probably not good, but I don't have a mechanic. So I'm really practicing this time with trying to fill out my officers. So the tireless mechanic has had enough of Frostfound. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. Brr, so glad to see a ship at last. Ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer. Finest you'll ever hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have any children. Too busy. Usually busy. Okay, so I'm going to get this guy. And we got him. Let's see. Let's go into the officer screen, and here he is. Oh, no worries, Karma. Okay, so the tireless mechanic is, I think most of the chat is, either just observing or has never played, or only has played as much as I have. So this gives you +5 fuel efficiency and 8 veils. So let's get him in there. Wonderful. I don't think your officers put an extra strain on your hunger Do they? Maybe they do. It's fair if they do, but it's not listed as like a thing that they do. Anyway, we're going to go back here and let's see. Let's take tea with the squatters at the dock. So some of them wear robes of Remy riddle fishers. Some look like withern folk, but even more ragged. But they do seem a little more practical than either of those peoples. Okay. We could also ask the squatters about the castle. You notice they avoid looking at it directly. And these are both things that we can do when something awaits us, so we have to make a choice there. Enter Frostfound. A long flight of stairs rises glistening to a sheer tower. There is no door. Your reflection hangs in the cloudy ice. You cannot enter if your terror is greater than 20, and you should not enter without a good reason. Indeed. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, Karma, well, good, because we're going hearts. We're going iron and hearts as our primaries, and then we could create a port report. So I'd like to just take tea with the squatters and see what this does for us. And it says, a surprisingly warm welcome. We're keeping the steps for the game of truths, a helpful riddle fisher explains as she fills your cup for the third time. Every year, the people of Irem and Wither meet here for, she pauses, contests, she finished vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day, someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. Oh, okay. Wow, this was great. So, these people took 10 terror away from us and gave us fuel and supplies just for having something awaits us, basically. That's pretty tremendous, to be honest. So our terror is down to 5. Our hunger is up here. Exactly, Karma. These people are awesome. So this is another part of learning the game, and I know it's an unfair question and there's randomness to it, but if I come here every time, if I have something awaits us, can I take tea with these people and get fuel supplies and lose terror consistently? I don't know if their mood changes. I don't know if there's a random outcome. I don't know if you use it once and it's gone. But, now I'm starting to catalog and understand the game. You would be able to know, like, if I go here, I can do this. And I can count on Frostfound to help me in this way. So you could better plan your route and things like that. You spend a pleasant few hours while the tea is supplemented with Iremi liqueurs, pale, withered beer, and something the riddle fisher describes blandly as, quote, snake cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough to spare, the riddle fisher grins. From time to time, a captain gets lost and comes up here, and we always feel bad for him. That's awesome, Karma. So, obviously, if I were a better player, I would be writing this stuff down and remembering it. It would be nice. I know it's not in the nature of the game because it's by design, but it would be kind of cool, like, if you could visibly see, after you have discovered it, perhaps, what you could get from going there at a glance or something like that. Ship Commander, good evening, my friend. Well, that's a great question. I actually haven't played Sunless Skies. This is my first time playing any of them, and I'm having a good time with this game, but I don't know which one to go first. Yeah, that would be nice, Karma. If it showed you, even if it just showed you, like, rolling a die, or if it indicated in some way that this was a random like an outcome from a set of outcomes. So you would know that and be able to calculate that. All right, create a port report. What are the squatters up to? Not all Aremi or Withern. There's the odd researcher, the occasional deranged ice sculptor, now and then a very cold, very sad, rubbery man. But for the most part, an atmosphere of friendly rivalry reigns. Okay, this is awesome. I love the idea that there's a deranged ice sculptor. And when you think about it, like, it is a pretty wild thing to do, is just hit ice with a hammer and chisel. Derangement probably is a common unifying thread. All right, and we're done. Are there any shops here? No. But we got the port report, and we got a lot of good stuff, so this is a great place to find. I'm going to check the map. So now we've got this part filled in. I did find Bright, I believe, maybe over this way. So let's see where we're at. We have 9 fuel and 5 supplies. As much as I want to go here, yeah, that is odd, Karma, because, like, I understand they want to be mysterious, but if you're trying to not even just necessarily min-max, but just make good decisions, it's hard with incomplete information. Okay, so I'm going to go... I could go back here. I think I have enough fuel, so I'm going to go here, see if there's a port, and then curl back around this way. But I could also just play it cool and just map out the grid straight to the south of me and just be safer. Let's be safe. I feel reasonable about our progress, and there could be mean guys in the water around here, so I need to be careful. Now I need to roll with my headlights on because I'm trying to map this area out. All right. A baked breeze rises, the improbable scent of stone out of some distant desert. You are close to the salt lions, okay? Good to know. All right, so we've cleared this on the map. All right. The salt lions is to the south, okay. All right, so we'll try to get there. I think we found the salt lions before, actually. Maybe that was last game, or maybe I just didn't have my light on and I didn't properly map it. So right here is like some giant statue that's under construction. Maybe these are the salt lions. I'm going to pull in right here. There's a port. Yeah, that's actually a great point too, Karma. Thank you for mentioning that. Like, the ship log can be so easy to ignore, but the fact that it gives you nibbles of potentially good information is great. And I'm going to stay out to see a little bit longer because I want something awaits me before I go to the Zeal port. There we go. We just got it. So let's go in now. The salt lions, 2 basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at its features like rot. Picking. There's a supply dock below. Oh, I bet I'm gonna... I knew when you were laughing, I was like, I don't get the joke, and I'm hoping I do by meeting these people. Visit the Unmakers. Muscular pick wielders rest... Oh, they're taking it apart, not constructing it, maybe. Okay, interesting. So, let's see. This is locked... Oh, you need 200 echo. Good lord, that's expensive. They're watching us, and they're passing around hip flask. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Okay. Great. He took away some terror. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4, I wouldn't call us Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to the palaces under the bazaar. More tea cakes? Okay, so they took terror away from us, which is nice. And we're going to go back. So we can compile the report. Oh, the other option, I should have done that one. That was a mistake. I didn't realize it took your something awaits. All right, so we got the report. Record the activities of the unmakers, such as they are, rite of stone and silence. Okay, so I'll maybe come back someday when I have something awaits me. Got to get better at not at looking at all the icons before I make that decision. Okay, so here we are. You can see we're charting things out a little bit better. This strip is still dark, but that's okay. And we're going to just launch. And I'm going to go back more like this way. Fuel is not our best, so... we can always go to Hunter's Keep. Yeah, that's a good point. I kind of want to go down here because it's a big chunk. Okay, there. This is a giant crab. I don't think I can take this guy right now. I can't remember how many hit points this guy has. I would need to get a little bit closer, and... yeah, that's 150. That's a little bit steep for what my guns can do. Yeah, that's a good point. I just don't want to miss any, but I guess with my Z-Bat and my ship log, I won't. Oh, there's a little something down here. It's funny that my Z-Bat didn't pick this up, but maybe there's no... maybe they don't consider this an island or a port. I'm looking for the circle. Here it is. Sweet. Alright, Shepherd Isles. Course, the Bearded Watchman tells you. Oh, I've been here. Okay, great. So, we haven't done all of the stuff yet. Yeah, exactly, Karma. That's a good point. Let's compile the report. And then... I don't think I've learned about Thornwell Croft. Let's figure it out. What about that isle to the north, the one that isn't bridged? That old devil called Light? We did have a bridge, but the Ship of Lights came through here once. Hull of shining brass, lamps like stars. All those damned on deck at once. Couldn't tell if they were laughing or screaming. Plowed through the bridge and kept on going. Everyone who tries to rebuild it bursts into flames. So we don't try to rebuild it anymore. That's a good reason. I tell you what, if I was thinking about rebuilding a bridge and I saw that someone attempting that same task burst into flames, I certainly would be reluctant to want to do any bridge work. All right. Okay, so I don't have any... nothing awaits me, but we got the report. And we can go get the Abbey Rock port report and then stop either here or here and then get back to London. I'd call that a very successful little jaunt if we were able to do that. Not much left to uncover on the map, so I can turn out the light. We have very little terror. Okay, so they're all the Shepherd Isles, and there's one dock. Okay, that makes sense, which is at Fieldhaven there. Okay, great. All right, we're going in. Hey, Kraft, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. All right, we're in. She does sell supplies for 20, but I don't think they actually do find the news to be valuable, but uh, I have it, so I'll give it. And they take away terror. Okay. Nice. And we will compile the report. Okay. Very good. So I will go up here. I don't know if the sisters are there still. I don't have any news to give them, sadly. I gave it away. But if I had something awaits you, we could go probably chat with them. I think I can get that before I go there. I didn't get Hunter's Keep's report. They're still there in this game, so good to go. All right, we made it. So who do we want to eat with? I think we've already eaten with Phoebe. We can go talk to Cynthia, and we have a tale of terror. She gives you a terror, but she also gave us the supplies, and we became acquainted. We lost a bunch of hunger. Oh, we gained an iron. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that all this could happen. I've heard this story before. It's a good one. Another chop indeed. And we have the Gods of the Z Salt's attention. The supply is great. Losing hunger is great. Tale of Terror is pretty fun. Getting a terror when I only have 9 is really no problem. I don't think it burned down. For me, Karma, what happened was that sisters were just gone, and it was that maid that was remaining there at the house by herself, who was like transformed into a lizard or something and jumped onto the ceiling. The sisters just weren't there anymore, and I had the option to like take their stuff. All right, I'm gonna go back this way. I took the stuff, and then, like, some of my crew felt bad about it. I was not able to defeat the lizard because she, it was like an iron thing, and I wasn't good at it. So I was not going to be able to engage her. And then I decided to try to take the stuff because, you know, they weren't coming back. All right now. Okay. And we will collect messages. Something has changed on the Neath. Maybe it did. I can't recall. Something has changed. Someone wants to sign on. The Alarming Scholar. We have a free day. Okay. And let's go here. Let's go ahead and submit the intelligence reports here, just regular reports. So, vendor bite, got 10 echoes, and the fuel. And Wither gave me a fuel, 20 echoes, very good. Shepherd Isles, Yeah, we'll just go ahead and say it's hearsay, and we get fuel and echo. Abbey Rock gives us fuel, echo, frost found. Is it as beautiful as they say? I doubt it. Poets are notorious liars, but liars make bad poets. A paradox, isn't it? Never mind. Your report? I love it. Okay, so we got 30 echo, we got a favor, and we get fuel. Okay, good. Codex, we get a fuel and 20 echo, and then the Salt Lions. The Bazaar has always taken an interest in that place. 20 echo. Yep, and we got an achievement for having the Admiralty's favor at 10. And we got a fuel. Okay. All right, great. Do I have an appointment? I mean, I could, but I don't have anything else. I don't have this vital intelligence. So, what do you need, man? Information. Visit a port and we'll be interested in the port report. Visit places of particular interest and we'll be interested in the strategic information you gain thereby. We will pay you well, don't worry. We understand you can't be expected to act entirely for the love of the Empire. His lip curls. What's left of it, indeed. He wants me to go to get red honey? Is that what he wants? I can look in my log or whatever, in my journal. Let me go to my lodgings and read the morning papers. We lost terror, and we got some news. Okay. He did. I think it was far... It was either far away or we were able to do it already. I can't recall. In my first game, I did it. I'll look what it is. Let's go talk to the scholar. A little present from the scholar. You've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you something for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. A dark glass. It smells pickled, chemical, salty. Once it might have been eel flesh, but the scholar assures you that it has vital and nutritional virtues. Save it for an emergency, perhaps. All right, we got 2 supplies. Okay, cool. Thank you. We can give them a story, a Z story. And we will. And we get 10 echoes. And our antiquarian favors have gone up to 4. Okay, good. And then this guy wants stuff that I don't have. The Roser Wharf. They want Scintillact. I don't have it. I don't have the fruit. All right. Carouse. Oh boy. Do I want to hire more crew? I'm actually okay. Our hull could use a little bit of repair. Let's look in the journal. The Admiralty Commission retrieves strategic information from Gator's Mourn in the Corsair's Forest. So I found this in my previous game, but not in this one yet, I don't think. So that's what I have to go find. So I should go to the dry dock, and then so I could spend 3 favors and 25 echo to repair the hull all the way up to 75, but I think we should save it probably for when it's dicier. Okay. So I'm going to go to boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I'm just going to buy regular stuff. So we currently have 11 fuel and 6 supplies. Okay. I'm going to bump up to this level, keep myself at 200 echoes, and get 16 fuel and 10 supplies. Seems pretty reasonable. I think I'm going to... Do I want to do anything else? Well, you know what? One thing I can do, obviously, is speak to her and proposition her. Hilarious. But how about we just increase our hearts? We only have 1 secret, but she will do that. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, it seems that way. Like you can't just do a little bit. And supplies are actually I don't have a great supply of it. It's too expensive for me to use right now, at least with what I understand about the game. All right. So what we're going to do is there's a bunch of stuff to the south. So I'm going to head right out to Mutton Island and go down to the south and then try to make like you could see on the map. I mean, I've got nothing down here, so I could just kind of work on this section. There's usually some food over here that we can fight as well. Exactly, Karma. All right, I'm going to turn off my lights. I'm going to battle and then turn off my lights and just try to slow down and get a solution on this guy. Oh, maybe it's foggy, so I can't really get a solution. There we go. Oh, he's going to ram me anyway. All right. People aren't hungry, so we'll go for it. And we got some fragments. We took 2 damage, which isn't bad. Oh, okay, thank you. Tab. I'm curling around. I don't think these are bad guys. They just almost crashed into us. Don't hit me. All right. What do we want to do? That's too expensive. But what we can do is do this, and I knew we were going to fail. Okay. Then we could do drinks. Rather expensive. How is our fear doing? Terror is 9. All right, fine. And 1 terror, done. Shops, nothing. Let's get that port report. Got it. Okay. So then let's go. All right, so we are up here, and we're going to go south. Yeah, that was terrible. I won't do that again. I thought I would get at least more than 1 terror for 20. They're not very good at helping you feel less scared. All right, there's a crab. There you go. Get it. Oh, if we can get there. We did. We can eat it. Sweet. Lost 36 hunger. Alright, wonderful. Okay. This is called the Cumean Canal. What do we got? Nothing in range. You're out of your mind. Now that looks locked up. It's got a port though. So those jellyfish are no joke. Like they were last time I tried, it was a little harder than I wanted it to be. I'm gonna head for the dock and hope I make it. Here the dark waters run down from the surface from a brighter sea. The Cumean Canal staging area. The canal ascends through locks and gates and shadowed turns to the sunlight of the surface. Okay. We could travel to the surface. Wow. Yeah, it makes sense. So, you need to have 22 fuel and 2 supplies, and you could go up to the surface. Goodness gracious. Well, we don't have enough for that. We can listen for surface gossip, and it says a sorry end. A card game ends badly when one surface sailor knifes another for all the usual reasons. The other players scramble for the coins that spill from her pockets, but you snatch up a scrap of paper they overlook. Curious markings, dates, times, code names, spies' work. Oh, so the Admiral wants this. It's moves in the great game. The nations of Europe and beyond compete for influence. Their plots reach even to the Neath. Okay, so we're going to take that, and we can gather information for a port report. Many ships pass this way, but perhaps you'll pick up something they missed. Yeah, that makes sense, Karma. Like if you really had to, I guess. All right. Business as usual. The gates open and shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe in all the Untersee, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. All right, so we got the port report. Do they have shops? They do. They're a little too expensive. Okay. And let's go to the map. All right. Yeah, one terror is very bad. Okay, let me see how far away I am from London. Not that far. The Iron Republic. Okay, we're actually getting close. Oh my god, there's like a maelstrom. It appears to be stationary. The Iron Republic. Uh-oh. Look at that boat. They've got like oars. I mean, that's pretty intense. We don't use steam power. Okay, that wasn't nice. We do use torpedoes, but we have oars. All right, the Iron Republic. Hell's client state. Be wary. Their laws are not the laws of man or nature. Great. Factory engines roar like false lions. That was a cannon shot? Fair enough. Ooh, we could, speaking of a cannon shot, we can get a cannoneer. Yes, that's the one thing that we need, a gunnery officer. And she substantially increases iron. Yes. Captain, are you looking for a gunner? I am. I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for a whistling shell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it? I will. Go. Officers. Plus, cheery enthusiasm is a welcome but unnerving trait in a gunner. You're in. All right, so now our iron is way up. So we're going to keep boosting. And do I have a secret? Let me speak to you. Let's see. We can increase our iron. Oh, and they increase it by... They can go up to 100. Perfect. Hello, what can I do for you? I have lists. We could feed them. We have to give them torpedo components, supplies, and fuel. Weird. Yeah, that's fair, Karma, but no, I was really in the mood to fill up all of my officers, and especially filling up my iron so I can go one-shot some boats. All right, so we are up to 55 iron, which means we can pass on a little bit to our next self. Okay. So, Market of Hungers, the Parliament of Flies. The Market of Hungers, with its spires and sigils, is it a parody of the bazaar? Today, flies fill its arcades. Buzz, buzz. And what does this say? Iron Republic days no more than 4. We can we can get the report. All right, give me the report. Oh, I must have missed what they said. No. Devin, good evening. Good point, Karma. I should have read that. That's right. We aren't dead yet. As long as I stay in port, we keep alive. It won't be entirely straightforward. The streets won't lie straight, and the ink freezes whenever you look away from the inkwell. Fact and fiction. To record the Republic's events, it's like trying to sing wax or believe water. You do what you can. The third paragraph buds eyes. The date is fundamentally wrong. The full stops bite. You do what you can. All right. So the Parliament's open for business. We gained a tale of terror. We have a memory of distant shores, and we got a report. Okay. And let's go ahead and check out the Market of Hungers. A new day comes. Visit the shops tab. After this visit, the Parliament will no longer be here. The Republic will seek zoop and supplies instead. Huh. All right. Oh, okay, Karma. Fading, good evening. Is there a place I can read it? Can I go back in the log or something? I hear that, Fading. I hear that. It sounds really fun. All right, what they got? The House of Pleasures. All right, so they sell fuel for pretty cheap, actually. That's what I hear. It's really funny, and I am excited to give it a shot. So I can buy fuel. It's not a bad price. I think it's... Honestly, this is cheaper than it is back home. I don't really want to buy the parabola linen. I know somebody wants this, but I'm pretty sure that they want a ton of it. Yeah, he wants 7. I can't afford 7. It just says increase your iron. Excellent. That's at the top of my list. Oh, the ship must be in good... Oh, so they did some hull damage, didn't they? They did a good amount. Okay, that's a good point to remember. They boost you up, but they hurt your ship. Huh. That's like the only person that does that. Like, I mean, the other people just raise your stat, but they don't hurt you. Interesting. I know, Alex, I'm going to get the Deep Rock Galactic, like, bullet hell game, too. I guess they do. All right, so... Well, I wonder what she did, because I used her to raise my hearts, and she didn't have a downside that I noticed. Maybe that's, though, because you said she was like an expansion person. Oh, that one. I thought you were talking about the new game. Oh, right. She did require that. Oh, I see what you mean, Alex, because it's cooperative. And it's got a nice, positive vibe and community. Well, this is a good-looking place to stop. Yeah, that makes sense. The Untershroom, the queenly core of this spore-haunted sea. Climb the fungal fiber ladders to its summit. Shaggy, suspicious villagers scratch a living here amidst endless clouds of spores and scurrying mobs of plant-animal hybrids. None of them ever leave. Monsters, one explains darkly. Z full of monsters. We could search the top, we could visit the village, we could trade honey, we could gather intelligence, and we could encourage our Blemigan Gallivanter to explore. Okay. So, visit the village and this port report. And, oh, this is a beginner's luck memoir situation. Well, you know what? I don't know what each of the beginner's luck things do. And so I kind of like to just figure out what the different ones do instead of saving it for a rainy day so I can maybe make better decisions later on. And it says, secret sweetness. There's something different about this patch of mushroom rind. It's crumbly, friable. You dig into it and a rich, appley smell emerges from beneath. You found a pocket of different fungus stuff, pale green and delicious. Your crew scoops it into buckets. Embedded in it are fruit, soulless fruit. They grow in swamps far from here. That's peculiar. So we get the extraordinary implication, which we can either give to the scholar or the admiral, I believe. We also have 5 supplies, which is awesome, and 3 soulless flute, which we can sell at the market. Okay, that's great. That's a one-time thing because we used our beginner's luck. And I'd like to visit the village because we have something awaits you. That makes sense, Karma. Yeah, so that one saved me at that point. But this one is just like great. I really want a boost of power. Like, why not use it before I die? So this way I can maybe sell stuff, make some money. I'm happy about that. Visit the village. Hospitable? Not exactly. But they usually don't chase you off with sticks, and they usually let you sit beside their mildew-smelling fire. A day of stories. The central contradiction of shroomer existence. They hate the other shroom, but they do anything to avoid leaving. Monsters. Today they're telling the story of how they came here. It features a shipwreck, a rain of orange jewels, the mother's blessing. There's a great deal about adversity and survival and wistful hints about their homeland, somewhere to the west. Hey, Crispy Bacon, good evening. Oh, awesome, my friend. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how it unfolds. And let's get the port report. The villagers live a shabby but sufficient life the other shroom provides. They are secretive, taciturn, incurious. Ships rarely visit. All right, we got the port report. And I'm going to let the mushroom guy go explore. Unaccustomed silence. Your ever-present Blemigan is, for once, nowhere to be seen. The engine room is quiet. Your maps are exactly as you left them. Not one is defaced or crumpled into a ball. Finally, you spot the tip of a tendril poking out from under a pile of unwashed clothing. Your Blemigan indicates that under no circumstance whatsoever will it be emerging. What could be so bad about the other shroom? Did the other mushrooms bully it? Okay, then. No shops here. And then let's go. So at this point, I've, made this nice little arc around the kind of lower left corner of the map, and I could just go right back up, hit Abbey Rock, the Shepherd Isles and Hunter's Keep, and go back to London, and maybe see if they still want to buy soulless fruit for a good price. I also have in the hold I have plenty of fuel and supplies. I know, Devin. I have 2 Tales of Terror. I have recent news. I've got this for the Admiral. I've got this 2 Memory of Distant Shores that the scholar could take. He could also, or they could also take this. And I've got several port reports. Okay. Going to go out and go up. Oh, cool. So I was wondering if it re-rolled over time, but I was getting confused about that, Karma, because it kept being the same for me this run. Wreck of the Miko. Now, I don't know what that means, but I'll go check it out. I'm going to go see then. That means I could sell the Solace Fruit and, make a bunch of money. I love that it doesn't reset unless you ask it then, because that means you can really plan and know what to buy and sell there. All right. It's just a ship. It's not, nothing is happening. There's no port there or anything to do, so. All right, full steam ahead. Mm-hmm. A little glow over here. Demew Island. Oh, okay, cool. We haven't found this Demew Island yet in this game. Actually, I believe that last game, that was where my first Admiral's mission was to go to that place. I'm going to fight this ship. Ah, they got a firing solution so much faster than I did. I was not expecting that, but we need to repair the hull anyway. So, we got 2 fuel. Okay, well, fair enough. I didn't do a good job of, looping around that guy. All right, we made it. So we can tea with the factor, which is always good for getting supplies. We can explore, but we can only do tea if we have something awaits us. We can accept a volunteer, which we don't need. And we can gather supplies. Oh, that's right. You could come here to try to get supplies. We'll gather the port report. And we'll take tea with the factor. You sit on the veranda of the factor's house. Oh. He also has a load of Bulgasfron carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff. I fear I might be transformed entirely into fungus. Right. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. We've been told of an exceptionally fine restaurant. Yes, we got a supply, and we lost some terror. Okay, very good. And then we could try to gather supplies here at the Exchange of Terror, but I think I'm fine on supplies, so we're going to go. I've had bad luck with the Gamba at that place in my past, so I'm not going to even mess with it. Oh, Alex, somebody gave me a tip today. I don't know if you knew this or not. I don't think that Pacific Drive explains it to you, but if you die on a mission, you can actually go back and find your old car and get your supplies back on the run. I had no idea that you could do that. I was so upset, but that was such encouraging news. All right, so I'm going to go around, and I'm going to keep my light on so I'm mapping it. And then I'm not going to attack that blue ship. That makes sense. Yeah, I died for the first time and it was terrible. And I thought I had lost everything. But the idea that I could actually go back and get my body, like visiting your grave, that's what I thought would happen, or I thought the friendly dumpster would have your stuff, but it didn't. There are some pretty important things in that game that they just don't explain to you. No, I'm trying to map out, because I got all that fuel. No. It's not going to be for a few episodes, I don't think. I'm way behind, like, I'm way ahead in terms of where I'm playing and where I'm at. I'm not sure, but it seems like the jellyfish detect you by your light. Maybe everything does, but... Oh, yeah. Look at that. It stopped immediately when I turned off my light. That's awesome. So you could just be like, I don't want to fight that guy at all. They have a lot of hit points. I got an A off-road tire, and I think I might have just got the recipe. I'm not sure, but I finally got my entire ship, my car, with all steel. I'm happy about that. All right, so I'm going to go... Oh, did it? That's funny, Karma. I was like, oh, they hate the light. Okay. I think I'll just hit Abbey Rock, then Shepherd Isles, then Hunter's Keep, then London. No need to push it. Sometimes I feel like I want to try to do everything on one run, like just map it all out. But there's no reason to do that. I know, Alex. Chemicals indeed. Rob, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I hope you're well. We're just sailing around, Rob. Just having a blast in fallen London. Trying to give those bats some what for, you know? Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely need to do better at circling. I also should probably think about trying to fire without a solution sometimes. We're in. This is so funny. So the sisters are up on the parapets there, and they're slashing at each other with a variety of frightening weapons. God, one of them just turned a somersault. All right, so we get 5 fragments for that. Fair enough. And now I'm going to hit the Isles. I always have to check my hold and see... I do have a secret. I'm going to use the secret right before I go back and then repair my ship. Because I'm repairing it anyway. So right at London, I'm going to use that secret to raise my iron. I'm going to dance around a little bit right here. And I think what I'll do is just kind of drift until I get that something awaits me. There it is. Okay. Give me that port report. And then talk to me about the 3 graves. Yeah, Alex, I didn't know about that with the repair putty. I thought they were, like, effectively prorating it based on the damage. Oof. Alright, we gained a Tale of Terror, we gained a Terror, and a Z story. That's pretty good. Yeah, we got a little scared, but... well, actually, more than a little. We're up to 25. I was really down low for a bit there. Oh, whoops, I skipped that. All right. The crawling stars. The lookout shouts far above. The false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? We can record the change and assign it a name. If the new shape seems well-omened, your crew may be cheered. Who knows? Eyes on deck. Forbid them to look. You can't really stop them, but you can at least discourage discussion. They won't like it, but it's safer. We're going for it. Yes, we were fortunate. All right. It says the raid wheel. One Zaylor claims it resembles the sun. Another, a Hindu mandala cross. A third suggests the rose window of Chartres Cathedral. This excites mockery. Nevertheless, the reaction is positive. All right. So we lost 3 terror. Okay. That worked out. Take it. That's what we're talking about. We'll just shake off the terror. All right, we're going to go talk to the sisters, but we do want something to await us. As it does now. So I'm going to talk to the sister that will help. Well, gosh. I like the one that can boost your iron potentially, but this one, Lucy can maybe help with, push down our terror a little bit. Lucy leans over and whispers to you a story. Oh, yes, we've heard this one. So she gives you, 10 terror. So good. And supplies. And we feed everybody. Very nice. You are acquainted with the sisters, but something has changed. Uh-oh. All right, we're going to recon the island. And we got this. The port report. Okay. So we've done a pretty good job here of maintaining fuel and supplies while spending some echoes to fill out our officers. I'm happy about that. So let's see what we can do here in London. We do want to wait a second for something awaits us, of course. There we go. And... oh, right. We're going to collect messages. And... oh, the alarming scholar has invited us. Wonderful. All right, let's go talk to the Admiral. And... oh, he wants vital intelligence. It looked similar, but it's not. Either way, let's speak of moves in the great game. So what this does is, he has you repeat it all twice. He doesn't take notes. It's a little beyond me, he tells you, but I have a friend in the palace who'll be interested, very interested. Thank you. Your fee. All right, so we got a favor and 30 echo. Wonderful. And we have then port reports. All right, and let's see. Hunter's Keep. Not very much echo this time because we were just there, but we did get a fuel to replace our trip. There we go, 20 and a fuel for Abbey Rock. We'll go light, 10 echo, a fuel. The other shroom, you've spent time in Mycologia? Dear me, I am most terribly sorry. Well, we got 50 echo and a favor and some fuel, so that's good. And the Cumaean Canal, well, if you've been there, I suppose we may as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, though. Yeah, it is. He doesn't even give you fuel. He doesn't like that place. Interesting. The Iron Republic. Excuse me? I need to unlock this. And this. Oops, and this. Could you place your report inside? Yes, I imagine someone will read it eventually. There's always someone. All right, so he gives us 10 echo. We lose terror, and he gives us a fuel. Wait, this is blank. Yes, both sides. No, I assure you. No, I know. These things happen in the Republic. Consider this an ex gratia payment to cover your costs. Well, thank you for that. And Quaker Haven, been trying the original rubbery lumps, have we? You know it. So, got a fuel and some money. All right. And we did go to Demo Gate. Good. And we got ourselves 20 echo and a favor. Wonderful. And a fuel. All right. So, we're going to say perhaps not. Let's go to the Alarming Scholar. The Alarming Scholar is mercurial, to say the least, a creature of sodden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her, is it her appointment at University Maritime Liaison was precautionary to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. All right, so we got a present. Oh, okay, Karma. And let's see what they have for us. They gave us 2 supplies for these pickled stuff. So this is great. You know, just every once in a while getting some supplies from the Scholar. And I'm really thinking about giving the extraordinary implication to the Scholar. Makes sense, Karma. Yep, 250 echo. Boom. Hey, Elder Biscuit. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you are well. And our favors with the Antiquarian are increasing. We got 250 echo, taking us to 500 echo, which is good. We've got a Memory of Distant Shores, which gives us 10 echo and favor. We do have a Z story, which we could give, and we will. 10 echo and memory. 10 echo. Great. Okay, so I'm really just trying to boost up the favors, see if, because the fact that they give us presents is so nice. I like it. All right, let me go to my lodgings and read the papers. And we got some supplies and lost terror. So now we're down to 10, which is fantastic. We could purchase a townhouse for 1,000. We honestly might be saving up for the townhouse just because I believe it's something easy that we can pass on once we purchase the will or whatever. And it might be a nice boost to our account to have it. Okay, I'm going to go back here. And let's go to the Roser's Wharf. And the starving poet is looking for soulless fruit. I sold a sonnet, he exclaims, jangling a pocket full of echoes. So we have one, so we can sell it here. And we get 75 echo. With his proceeds, he could dine frugally for a fortnight, sensibly for a week, or on soulless fruit for supper. He takes a tiny, careful nibble as soon as you hand it over, careful not to spill a drop of juice. That's awesome. Okay, good idea, Karma. Thank you. All right, so now we're up to 647. And what we can do is go ahead to... Actually, wait. Let me talk to the cannoneer and increase the iron. So the hull is at 33. And she gave us iron. No, I mean, yes. I mean, my God, no. That captain is going to cause explosions. Although, now that you mention it. Actually, it didn't look like it hurt us. Maybe this time we got lucky. Which is great. So we did get our iron up. And let's see. In the hold, we have the soulless fruit. Okay. Let me go back to London. And if we spend 10 echo, we can, stroll around to reduce terror. Let's do it. We were fortunate. We lost 5 terror and 10 echo. So yeah, 10 echo for 5 terror or 20 echo for 1 terror. How about that? And we got the recent news. That is wonderful. So what do we want? A dapper chap, a likely lass, or someone whose name we do not afterwards recall. I always like a little romance, so we're going to go for a likely lass, and we lost 3 more terror for an interlude with the likely lass. Fantastic. So now we're down to just 2 terror. That makes sense, Karma. All right. So I'm going to go into the dry dock, and I am going to use some favors. I don't know personally, like, what the advantage is, but, I have... Oh, I'm sure it tells you how many favors I have from the Admiral. I have, like, 14 or 15. I welcomed a passenger aboard. Someone requires my services. Here it is. Yeah, I have 13 Admiralty's favor. So I don't know if you want to get this number up, like, to astronomical degrees, but I can spend this very easily at the dry dock. I can also sell the soulless fruit here for 50 apiece, which is just fine. Before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and buy 18 fuel. Supplies are fine. I could buy this really nice lamp, but meh. This is a nice engine, much faster than what we have, so there's that to consider as well. Okay, so I need to go down to the bottom, and I need to use the Admiralty yards to spend 25 echo and 3 favors to repair that hull. And we're full. Wonderful. We're not great at this. It's 1 favor for 2 to 3 fuel. It's pretty good. Oh, that's right, though. If I fail, I get 2. If I succeed, I get 3, which is also good. But I like to keep the favors for repairing, especially when my fuel is pretty decent. All right, I'm happy with where we're at. I don't think we need to do too much more here in terms of supplies. Now, Tales of Terror, we could actually take this up to, like, Wither, I think, and trade them. And then maybe what we could do is explore a little bit more out here. That's right, Karma. I do remember that. Thank you for reminding me. Excellent. All right, everybody, we're going to set out, and we're really getting close to purchasing something fantastic. All right. Going up north. Actually, let me recall something. Let me look at my journal. This isn't the person that wanted all that wine, so I don't have to do that. Right. The restaurant, though, is expensive, I think, but I could try it. I was thinking about buying a bunch of wine because I'm going up here to Venderbight to sell it for a little bit of a profit. But as far as I understand, like, if I bought 10 and I sold it, I would either make... I maybe would only make like 20 echo or 10 echo on it, which is not nothing. I mean, it's like what port reports give. It's probably what you should be doing. You can't... if you don't have enough favors, the Admiral won't let you come right in. That's mean. Yes, they missed. Sweet. So they hit us once for 4, but they missed. But you could still turn in your port reports to build your favors back up. He just won't let you come right in to, like, do the other interaction. Because the receptionist or whatever will stop you. And what do we get? 2 fuel. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. When I can one-shot those fools, I'm just going to sail around blowing people out of the water. I don't know how, like, reliable that strategy is because I don't know how frequently the ships spawn. It is free money. It's a good point. Alright, so we can visit the curator, gather gossip, the last tour operator. Yeah, no, I don't like this one. I will gather gossip to get the port report, and then... Yeah, that makes sense, just to keep a list of that stuff and be like, plan your route and be like, okay, I'm going to go here. I know that, so I will buy enough stuff so that I can sell it along the way, pick up the port reports, here's how much fuel I'll get, here's how many echoes I'll get. Okay, so a corkscrewed street at the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of the restaurant. A sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah. A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A gray mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in. A bandaged poisoneer at Venderbite seeks passage with a Z captain, sympathetic to intrepid cuisine. You've found the vengeance of Jonah. You've lost a terror, okay? And so we could sample the special. We could offer a strange catch, which we don't have. And we could recruit him as the cook. So he's probably better than our cook. Oh, God, he's expensive. Oh, and you have to outfit the galley to his exacting standards. I wonder if that's just what is packaged into the cost of this guy. It costs 300 echoes to outfit the galley. I gotta tell you what, like, it's interesting, and I'm sure he's a better cook than my shady cook. Like, he would have more hearts or whatever. But the problem is, I just don't want to spend all my echoes on that right now. It's 60% chance to sample the special. Oof. I'm going for it. We were fortunate. Okay. Now, how about that? That's a reasonable exchange. So we lost all of our terror, and my people lost all their hunger. So that's not bad. It's expensive, but interesting. And then we can explore. Here they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. Okay, so we could search the place. It's modest. We can leave. We can make an offering with an echo and we have no menaces. We could search it, sure. Oh, that's right. My people get scared, but we do get 20 fragments. I was hungered and he gave me meat. I remember this one. Everyone's like, we want to leave. Okay. And then we could visit the curator, but I think all he talks about is the story that we don't have. Okay. So then, do we need anything? We could sell our news for $10. I mean, what would happen if, theoretically, you see how you could sell your recent news for 10 echoes here, and if you just went from London to Venderbite, oh, they're 1 for 1 with echoes? Boy, I thought they were much worse than that. Thank you, that's really good. So, if Venderbite is like right by you, and you go, you take wine, you take your news, you sell the wine, you sell the news, you pick up the port report, and you get a fuel and 20 echoes when you come back. And you just keep looping that. I wonder how long you can go before, like, if that actually nets you any money, or if it's, you will just through attrition lose money. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's go ahead and go up to Wither and see about these secrets. All right, so we could hit Wither, Codex, Frostfound. I want to get right through here to uncover that on the map. And then at Frostfound, I'm going to go east and then south a bit and see how that goes. Speaking of story, I wonder, like, does that mean I should probably be talking to my officers more frequently than I am? I'm not really... I mean, I've talked to him a little bit. But I understand what you mean. Like, some of them have good quests for you to do. Alright, I'm going into Endergard Harbor to visit Wither. I'm trying to avoid that Lifeberg. Docking. Alright. And shore leave is 50 echo and straight. I think our terror is fine. We don't really need to do shore leave. We're going to go ahead and gather intelligence. And we're going to explore the town. We get some fragments. And that's all for now. Then we're going to go to the shop. Now this shop is the one where... Oh, okay. I was thinking we can buy supplies with a Tale of Terror, which I will. Okay. And we're going to look at the map, and I could talk, and I could say all of her stuff is locked, unless I want to proposition her. Now, if I want to speak to this one, you gotta have a ton of stuff. I could speak to this guy. I already did ask him this. Sea of Lilies, that's right. And then I could speak to this dude and have him dine with me for a supply, and let's learn about him. An appeal. Thanks for the meal and the company. No wine, it makes me sleepy. Oh yes, I can sleep. Too easily, that's the problem. He hesitates. There's a draft I take nightly to substitute for sleep. It works well enough and it keeps me sane and upright, but I wish I could enjoy just one night's sleep. If you could help me, we need a clay man from Polythremy. We'll need a mirror catch box and we'll need to go to Hunter's Keep. I'll explain when we get there. No, I'm serious. I would owe you a great deal. All right, so we don't have either of those things, but mirror catch boxes are rarely sold in London, but can be found in the Khanate and occasionally elsewhere. Okay. Well, I don't really know how to do that. And we can dine with the navigator if we want his story, and I'll do it. Forgetfulness. Seconds, then thirds. He disappears in small, hasty morsels. He is nervous and not a gifted conversationalist. What you do your best to plug the silence. When you ask about his past, he winces. I can't say, Captain. This, he taps the livid sigil on his temple, which twitches like a scorpion's sting, has burned away my memories. I recall I have a brother, but not his name or where he is. I remember the names of the ships I've served on, the Implicit, the Bonnie Swan, but not their crew. How did he come by the sigil? He clutches his head. I don't know. Thinking about it is like fire in my skull. He grits his teeth. Someone must have hated me very much to curse me with it, but I can't even remember my enemy. Speak to him again to advance his story. Yeah, that makes sense. So that was the thing, Karma, that was I was not sure about operating in the background is, do you have infinite time or not? Because if you did, you could just grind that out, even though it would be tedious to, make some incremental progress, but it doesn't seem worth it. Okay. Let us go. Don't you dare forget me. You stand on the bridge with the likely lass's locket in your hand. Now, last time I kept it, but I could throw it away. No, I keep it. We lost a terror, and we have a sweetheart. She'll find out soon enough that we're married to the sea. The Untersee. Alright, we're in. Give me that port report. I don't want your terrible prices. But I will sail. Yeah. Okay, cool. It doesn't end, but I was wondering if the game just got progressively more difficult with enemies or something like that, or, as you say, things change over time. Full speed ahead. That's cool. Oh, there's a whirlwind down there. A sluggish wave. The ship pitches. Alright, we're back. Here we come. Stoddard's Haven. We're coming in. Alright. So, we took time with the squatters, which is great. It's the best. We're going to create the port report, sure. Or tea time, rather. Yeah, take tea time. And they give us supplies, fuel, and 0 terror. So good. Alright. So now my plan is over here. I have 16 fuel. We've got plenty of supplies. All right, Z-Back, go. Oh, that's right. I meant to check this out before. I don't think it's... I'll look at it. I mean, I don't think it's anything different. There might be 2 ports on here, but... Let's see. Yeah, it seems like the game does not want you to do that at all. It did not like the word degenerate. Uh-oh. Turn around. I don't think that guy's going to come at me, but we don't want to poke that bear. The Chapel of Lights. Hit me. Uh-oh. Dear God, what is that? Is that just a rock, or is that a bad guy? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He turned away. Oh my God. He did something. I put full power to the engines to try to get away from it. Oh, that's terrifying. I should not have come here. He's shooting me. We got killed. Oh, man. I didn't make it far enough. I didn't realize I could just get killed that easily by that thing. Okay. Well, now I know. Don't go this way. I put full steam ahead and tried to run away, but it wasn't fast enough. I didn't know what that was. Now I have learned. Your ship founders, there are screams, a flood of dark water. Okay, so... perhaps you'll be remembered in song. I did not provide for my heir. Okay. Oh, the snowstorm kills your speed, and then that, whatever that thing was, had a ranged attack. There was a big enemy, but I was like trying to get away from a Lifeberg, but then there was some other enemy that came up, and I was just trying to get away from it. Yeah, you could tell me what it is. I mean, it had some kind of like nightmarish, long-ranged attack. It was awful. Okay. So how do we do this? I think retaining the iron value and a weapon, it does boost up my iron by 3, which is probably as good as we can get. I could start with 300 instead. I still think the weapon and the iron is where I want to go. So I'm going to do this because I want to go ahead and keep the same build. I liked it. I'm going to try it again. It was good. So we'll accept the legacy. Yep. All right. Choose a past. Xylem, good evening. Okay, well that's fine, Karma. At least I know that there's not more of them, like more than one of them, because that was really difficult. All right, so we're going to go back to being a veteran of the campaign again, and we get 25 iron, and we get to cook, and we'll go for wealth this time. Before we went for father's bones, all right, and quality to retire to a life of luxury. Nice. And I still like to be called captain. Okay, so we went for the epicure last time. I think now let's just go for salty dog, regular. All right, this is our third captain. Accept. Okay. And we will sell the book. All right. We'll read the papers. We got this. And someone wants to board the ship. Absolutely. Bound for Hunter's Keep. Okay, we did this one last time. Easy peasy. Yeah, it was like I couldn't see it, the snowstorm very well. It was not good. All right. We will adopt the Blemigan, sure. And we will visit the Admiralty. And he wants me to go. We need to, yeah, absolutely. And again, they want me to go to Demu Island to the Iron and Misery Company funging station. Sure, fair enough. And let's see. Passage to the Tomb Colonist, absolutely. We have 8 sailors. We don't need anybody at this point. Uh-huh. All right, so shops. What we want is to just quickly see. We're going to need to spend some cash. There we go. All right. Ready to go back out into the water. Yeah, it was rough because it was just 2 hits and that was all she wrote. But we're going to do a better job this time, as we did the last time. All right. And Hunter's Keep is where we left it. Oh. I think I could probably get in here. Yeah, that's the professional captain's path right there. All right. Here we go. And so we're going to take out the student. And we're going to take it back to Station 3, where the student wants it to go. That's what we did last time. I liked the result. And we're going to present ourselves at the house. A very modest challenge. We could spy on the house. Now I'm going to go right up. And we're going to talk to Cynthia and another chop. She didn't boost my iron, which I was hoping for, but you know, we did get a supply. Okay. News. And we're back. So here's the plan. I'm going to talk to Cynthia again. And this time we got the iron. Sweet. And we got ourselves some supplies. Wonderful. Okay. So let's go back. We need to get the port report. Fantastic. All right. Yeah, Asylum, those skills should be legendary. It's the ship that made the Kessel Run, and by Kessel Run, I mean going right in between those 2 little islands. Oh, does it make a noise? No, I must have not heard it. All right, so they hit us for 5, but that's okay. We're going to scuttle the ship, and 3 supplies. That's a good roll right there. That's going to keep our crew fed for a lifetime. You know, one of the things that I like about the game is that you just like almost like a roguelike in that way. And it does obviously have that element. you get so much better as you play it and understand it. It's so cryptic. It's so mysterious. The controls... Yeah, no, I didn't. I was just like, okay, I gotta go this way. Hey! Timicero! Yes, my friend. Honk that horn? Sounds good, doesn't it? We're in. All right. One last fight. Oh, that's cool. We got this one last time. Maybe it's based on your background, what the Tomb Colonist is, but they wanted to fight us. We got an iron for free. We also got the outlandish artifact, which we can sell, and 2 supplies. So good. Love it. And we can explore. We can visit the curator. We can gather... okay. So we're going to gather gossip to get that port report. We will explore, and we've got a high-risk challenge, or we could take a picnic. We'll take a picnic, even though we have to use a supply, unfortunately. So we did lose the terror. You and your comrades find stones to perch on and munch, lava bread, truffles, and herring. Someone passes a bottle of Greyfields, an adequate vintage. White crickets buzz in the weeds. A shiver of wind passes, and in the air is still, with that absence of chill that passes for warmth down here. 2 sailors compare tattoos. Your head swims pleasantly with wine. All right. And we need to go talk to the curator. Get this quest that I don't understand, but we'll listen to it. 7 colors, and we will accept it. And we got all this stuff. Very good. Okay. All right. So now what, right? Well, I'd like to look for Demuth Island, so I'm going to go to the east. And pretty much every time it's been around here somewhere. But again, I know the map rotates a little bit, so let's see what we can find. Yeah, I knew it was dangerous when I saw it moving. And, I mean, honestly, before it even was attacking me, I saw it just moving toward me. And what I did was just went full speed on my engines. Ah! Why didn't I fire? Ah, man. Oh, I'm not able to one-shot it. That's sad. Oh, I'm getting destroyed. That was awful. Okay. That was a bad bat fight. It's a bad night for a bat fight. How's our terror? No. Gather the corpses. Eat it up. Alright. I gotta do a better job than that. Embarrassing. Embarrassing bat fight right there. Good one, Silo. Battered indeed. It was assault and battery. Aw, man. Wow, I was so scared of that ship they missed us once, and then we just looped around them. Like, they weren't ever able to maneuver correctly. They had 90 hit points, so we got supplies and 2 fuel from beating that thing, and a stout crate. It gave us 2 more fuel. Wow, that was a huge takedown for us. Yeah, so those guys, because of our ship and our agility, we were kind of able to just, like, speed around them. I really... Uh-oh. It felt bad for a moment. Now we one-shot those bats. Oh, there's another bat. 2 bats. Yes! 2 for 2. Now we're hunting them. Take that. Gather the corpses. Eat it up. Alright, now this time, dispose of them. Alright, 1 for 1. Does anything bad happen if you kill the blue ships? Like, does it anger people at the ports or anything? That's actually not a bad point, Karma. And I don't even know if people in distant ports give you more. Oh, I see. It probably raises, like, your suspicion or whatever, and you have to get shaken down by the authorities and stuff. Looks like we found Shepherd's Isle here. No, I don't do it either. Oh, there's a bad guy. Cool. All right. So what do we want to do here? Oh, I got to sell stuff because I want this guy. All right, so we're going to get the port report, and then I'm going to go to the shop, and then, well, I can't really justify selling it. I need to come back because I don't want to sell 4 supplies just to get that guy when I can make money other ways. Yeah, that's what I figured, Karma. This is just too close to London, so it's not a good move. No. Oop. I was trying to leave port so I could target this guy. I'm right behind him. There we go. Thank you, Mark. Yes, I didn't go get very far on his before I died. 2 supplies. There it is. We're in the supplies. I'm looking for, you get such a big boost if you can do the Admiral's quest, first of all. That's definitely what I'm going for. Yeah, exactly. The little repeatable quest that the Admiral has, where he wants me to go to the the fungus place, Iron and Misery or whatever. Demew Island. We found Station 3. This will give us a bunch of money one time. All right. Take me in. Oh, we needed to come here anyway to deliver the Lorn Fluke and observe the student's experiment. That's right. Perfect. And we witnessed history. Oh, that's right, because you get these extraordinary implications. I read this before when I did this. And then we could sell these for a bunch of cash, echoes. We could train the telescope on shore. Let's do that. Yeah, that would make sense, Karma. I mean, because, like, obviously they put that in there where you can pass on your chart, but that's not quite what's happening here. All right, so we got the port report for Station 3, and let me look at the map. I'm going to go over this way. Mark, I don't doubt it, my friend. I've never even gotten a better ship than the starting ship, so I got a long way to go. Oh, this is actually where I was looking for last time. I didn't find it, but I think I have enough. I have enough fuel. It's going to be a tight one, but I'll go get it, and then I'm going to go right back. Made it. Jader's Morn. All right. So I could explore the Morn. Oh, I don't have this guy? Oh, no, I have the Gallivantier, not the one that they're talking about. I can overhear rumors of the pirate poet. So, the Clayman, while we were just talking about that, that's too scary. I'm going to explore it. Fight. A contretemps with corsairs. Fights on the morn have a staccato quality. A careless lunge will send you plummeting to your doom. So wait and choose your moment carefully. Well, I got the best chance to fight. Better than that. So we'll try it. We failed. We lost. Somebody died. And we gained 5 terror. Withdraw if you can. We will. That's not good. A man died today. So we want the port report anyway. And we got the port report, and we lost another person. Okay, this place is dangerous. We're losing people like flies. We're getting scared as well. My God. Oh, they buy supplies for 20. This is what you were talking about. So we can actually make a little bit of cash here. I'll sell 2, just to splash around a bit. And it's time to go. So we're losing crew. Hull's a little dinged up. We're getting scared. Time to kind of move back. Hey, 75, what's up, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. Oh, here's a little ship. Oh. All right. What you got? We need fuel. 5 supplies. They keep giving us supplies, which we could go sell again at Gator's Morn for a bunch of cash. So we're going to head... we need to head straight back to London. I don't know if we've got enough, so we're going to be really careful and go. Yeah, that's cool, Karma. I like it. So that's the place to go if we're looking to fight people, bad guys, and beasties, sell the supplies down there. Mm, 20 echo for fuel is not bad. A castaway, a woman in an iridescent green gown, waves vaguely from a rock near the shore. Sorrowful sighs waft across the water toward you. An idiot castaway? A mermaid? Of course not. Mermaids are a preposterous myth. The poor woman won't answer your hails, but she's obviously in need of assistance. She's totally safe, so we're going to go help her out. That's all for now. Okay. Oh my God. We made a mistake. Look at that face. We're going to lose another crew here. Oh, we're losing the crew. Oh, dear God. The fanged mouth rears from the water, big enough to bite a boat in half or swallow a pig. The woman contorts and slides into the water. She's the tip of the monster's tail. This will be untidy. All right, so I gotta tell you what, our options aren't good, so we're gonna go obliterate it. We failed. Oh, interesting though, we got 3 Stygian ivory, which actually sells pretty well. So it's like you're trading a man's life for some ivory. That's not as bad. I don't know what the harlot fry is. We'll see about that. The beast scales are proof against pistol shot, and it wreaks terrible havoc before you manage to bring it down. You harvest its bones and scrape its hatching young from along the rocks by the shore. I think you could trade Stygian ivory for like 3 Tales of Terror or something in Wither, perhaps, or Withern or whatever. Something like that. So we need to get crew. We're getting absolutely wrecked. All right, we got the port report. Terror is not good. Where are we on the map? We're close to London, so we can make it with our fuel. We've got a lot of things to report. Oh, Crabman. Get him, crew. You've done it. Oh, okay. We got some fragments. So I'm going to check it. And, for example, it fetches 28 echoes in Fallen London. Yeah, that's great. It cannot be sold. Oh, I forgot to sell my bad weapon. All right. My goodness. What a prickly affair that was. All right, well, we did make it back. We still have half of the crew, but I'd like to do the event that recruits multiple crew just to kind of fill the ranks back out, as it were. All right. So, yes, the surgeon specialist. The Clatteriere. Yeah, we want her big time. Sweet. Read the papers. We lost some terror. We got supplies. I've been going here, but, oh, the harlot fry. Oh my gosh, thank you. Every time I kept checking it, I couldn't do anything here, but this sells for 500. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Are those young siren serpents? Marvelous, marvelous. We'll pay you handsomely. Of course we will. Bam. So we did lose. I can't state this enough. We lost a person. Somebody died. But we made a bunch of money out of the deal. No, Captain, we do not use the Zailer's term here in the labyrinth. At Z, Captain, it may be Neptune's harlot, but here we have a care for our manners. Your payment. Do come back if you find another. All right, then. What you guys want over here? You're looking for scintillact and unread logs. Fair enough. All right, let's go back to London. And at the university, let's visit. Yeah, exactly. Karma. It's like a person did die, but I was like, oh, I need to hire a crew. It's not that big of a deal. All right. So we've lost a secret, but we can go to the university, and now we get to talk to our good buddy, the alarming scholar, and we can sell the artifact right here to them, and they give you 100 echoes, and they like it. They love that we did that, and we've got these extraordinary implications, which oh my goodness, 250 echoes, and then why, yes, again, 250 echoes, and we will leave. So now we're going to go here, and we can turn in all these port reports for Gators Morn, getting favors and fuel. And echoes, I suppose. Important enough. And a big payout there. Okay. So, honestly, I don't know if it's a good idea because what I could do is I could buy the better engine, but I could also just lock in right now. Oh, that's interesting, Karma. I could just lock in right now the house and the will if I really wanted to help my account so that if I died, but I don't know, if that's a little bit too extreme or too, quick on the trigger finger, as it were. Yeah, so I could sell 1, 2, 3, just like that, and then I can also sell this bad weapon. So we're at 1388, which is a pretty good amount of cash. It's not quite as much as you said. It's not 1500. I need to buy some fuel. Oh no, actually, I have fuel. I have 10 fuel and 18 supplies. I'm pretty decent in that way. And I could go get money quickly just by after I buy the stuff, I could sail over to the island and sell a bunch of supplies for 20 each at the rough and tumble place. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it just to see what it's like, just to say that I've done it and to see what the process is. So I'm going to go to my lodgings, and I can go right here and purchase an elegant townhouse, a good address on Hollow Street. It won't be cheap. So we could go here, and you have your crew cart, your things from the blind helmsman to your new address. If anyone respectable calls, they'll pass as servants. Resting is now more expensive, but effective. Okay. So continue. And so I can rest in my townhouse. It does cost 100 echoes, but it will reduce your terror, heals 2 wounds, and gives you 2 restful nights. So expensive, but and you can also sell it, I suppose, if you want. Oh, I can also just visit my study. Once your lodgings are large enough to support a study, you can create items, such as a will. This is what we want to do. So here we go. And it says we can create a shrine to stone. You know the hymns, the prayers, the traditions. Perhaps you believe, perhaps you don't, but it'll comfort the Zailer. So you could create the shrine to stone, increases your hearts by 7, and a shrine is an auxiliary item worth a further 7, but you need unlock when the gods of this. Okay, and you need some captivating treasure and 7 secrets. We can make an anatomical cabinet to increase our iron. I was wondering if there'd be crafting. There is, right? And we've got this. We have supplies, but we need lamentable relics. So this is how you could boost your stats. Outlandish artifacts for your pages. The trophy case, strange catch. And we can write a will. And it costs 200 echoes. So we are exactly, as you say, right there. Should you die, this will ensure that your heir retains your lodgings and any heirlooms you've accumulated. So this makes sense. So like this is where you can actually permanently boost your stats. Like you have the house, and then the heirloom remains, which will... Or maybe not. Maybe these don't carry over. But I'm going to write the will. So we've got a will. Oh, I see. It only costs 100. Okay, good. Thank you. So now, as far as I understand, I never need to buy the house again because I have this will. So it's like I've given myself a 1,000 echo boost plus all the benefits for future runs, which seems really nice. I don't think I need to repair my ship just yet. It's fine. I have 10 fuel. I probably want more. There we go. Okay. So, honestly, we died, but... Oh, I see. Right. You gotta make sure you keep buying the will. That makes sense. And I mean, we died, but we learned something when we died. We learned that mountain island thing is terrifying, and stay away from it. Don't go near it in the snowstorm. Be really careful. But now we also have purchased a house. We got really lucky with some things. And we keep learning interactions that give us more knowledge to do better in the game, and I'm very excited about that. Mount Nomad, the Wandering Island, indeed. We do need to go over here to London and get some crew. The low-risk challenge. So we can get a bunch of crew for like 30 echo. And we got 3 crew to get us up to 8, which is good. We want to be at this higher number. This is a good number to be at. And I'll take it. You know what I mean? All day long. I will also carouse, and we were fortunate. So we got the news. We lost some terror, and we're going to dine, had fun with the likely lass. More terror down. Beautiful, beautiful. So we need to now take our money, go try to get some more crew, or more officers, rather, because I like that. And we certainly want to find the Iron and Misery Company. And we'll get into that next time. Everyone, thank you so much for coming out to the stream. It's indeed my bedtime. I appreciate you hanging out, playing some Sunless Sea. Thank you for helping me learn the game and enjoy it. I appreciate it. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day and a fantastic weekend. Alex, Siloom, Karma, Rob, Mark, 75, Kristen, Heathrun, Crispy Bacon, Devon, Fading, Creft, Elder Biscuit. Yes, Karma, I forgot about that. The air thing will actually work out for me now that I have a house. That's true. Take care, everyone. Have a great one.